You all die. No, I'm kidding.
We all die.
I mean, I saw it coming.
So yeah,
handing that L to you.
Predictable.
Everyone is dead.
So, basically, from what you guys kind of went through last time, you were greeted by the Castle Draco as you were tasked with its own. Well, you were tasked with the owner Alfred, caretaker Alfred, to go in and purge it of the monsters. Really, this was a ploy to get you to go to your deaths. Really, it was a ploy to lure you to your deaths.
You don't have one anymore.
Why did you do
Wait, I know what? Oh no, never mind. I thought that one was fine. I feel dumb. I'm sorry. But yeah, Alfred turned out to be
Traitor.
traitor.
So Alfred was a fucking dick.
Yeah, Alfred was a dick.
Alfred, hey, fuck that guy, right?
And Chadwick at the last moment summoned a portal, sucking in Blackbane and Jimmy.
Jimmy!
We now open up on Blackbane. It is a red world around you, wispy, and it is dark.
Is that good or do you want more? Do you think we should?
A desert landscape. You see before you a mutilated body of Chadwick.
You can put some of mine on top of it.
Okay, but please.
I want a
Let's throw some
body.
teeth in there first.
Still whatever is
Oh,
valuable.
yes, sir.
Alright. Roll.
I don't know how much I got, but like, I know I have some.
That's fine.
Yeah, you can just
I'm trying to save mine, I have a decent.
4.
Damn, I don't have any.
Four?
I don't have a scraper. You got a
You don't
scraper?
really find anything besides bulbous
I don't know what I did with mine.
forms of mass of like skin on his like body. Nothing really kind of important. You do notice, however, out of the corner of your eye, you see Jimmy. His head is in the sand. He's like stuck there.
Jimmy, what are you doing, man? Get up. Don't just sink in. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
And you notice that the ground is seething with fey magic, and everything has been because of the portal opening up.
Dude, it's
you see it
seething
slowly
so
closing up again. And then it kind
It's
of
seething so hard right now.
spheres.
Guess I gotta find another way back to the squad.
The portal has been completely it's vanished. And you basically hear, like in this reddish dried hellscape, a series of screams and sounds of cannon fodder in the distance. Like it's a war zone, like a ways away.
You guys seen my grinder?
And
No, that's mine.
amidst the dust, you're kind of walking through. You kind of go over to go and find wake up Jimmy.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, Jimmy. We gotta go. There's battle going on. I don't know what's going on. I need you to be by the shield. Let's go.
Want to roll for Jimmy to wake up, or
Get your ass up, Jimmy. 12.
Jimmy kind of drags his head out of the sand. He's like, he's like trying to get his head out. He's like, falls flat on his ass. Jimmy. You travel with him
Yes, we travel.
towards the north. You're kind of trekking through the desert a bit more. The wind is absolutely unbearable as like red sand kicks up and is going in and smacking your face. You fall down on a steep side of a sand dune. Jimmy also follows suit and tumbles down next to you, but he doesn't know what tumbling means, so he kind of just falls.
He's just going there. Jimmy, climb up.
Jimmy.
What's happening? You're like trying to get Jimmy up. He's like having a hard time. You see a strange figure in the distance.
What's that? Jimmy, what's that?
You see like a weird looking hand kind of formulate,
Disney's John Carter.
kind of go up, and you can't see it, but it's like waving at you. It then goes. It's covered in cloth. It then kind of goes down the. The sand dune, and then you notice he kind of gets up real close to you, and you don't really know what's going on. He puts his hand on your head. And he says,
We all have it.
"You're dehydrated." And then you kind of pass out. Cut back to our heroes on Earth proper. It has been a full 24 hours after you kicked that vampire's ass. The town has been in a weird state of celebration as the monsters that plague the countryside are now gone. And you have explained the situation to the folks as to how your family got embroiled in that horrid blood magic scheme. And you've been vindicated. The Tower Draco now stands for something good once again.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
However, at the terrible cost of one of your comrades.
Has anyone... Keep going.
Does anyone keep going?
The whole town is in celebration because it is a new event is occurring in the town. It's the Festival of the Blood Moon, and they will be celebrating soon. And they all kind of look over, and they're all dancing in the streets. Kids are running around. Like a kid bumps into your pauldrons, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, miss," and then runs away. The mayor Street kind of comes up to you. He's like, "You've done well. The people are happy."
I say right on to that.
I look at him and I say, it was all just about avenging my family and putting our name back in the light for the right reasons.
Well, I trust that you've done so in the best way possible. Now, Castle Draco still needs a caretaker. And there's somebody here who would like to throw his hat in. Or should I say, his quills. And all of a sudden,
The porcupine! That man tried to fuck!
The Needler!
The porcupine that Matt tried to fuck! That's boyfriend!
I would very much love to take care of your castle for you while you're away.
I'll size him up.
He's just like a tubby little like porcupine man. He's got like a little
He's a little
apron.
guy.
The freaking Needler.
He's got an apron.
Like an Animal Crossing character.
Oh, he's literally
Say,
like
alright.
one of the Erebos.
Just be careful with the historic stuff, and you look like a great caretaker.
I won't fail you, boss. And it kind of does like a.
Oh, he does a little, he's a little gay boy.
really hard.
Isn't he like,
He's like, yes sir.
50 years old or something too?
He's decently old, but
He's
like,
a gay man.
He looks like a little tanuki.
He's a
He's
queen.
like, you know, like those tanuki drawings where they have
Yeah.
like, where they just have like really beady eyes, but like really chubby and cute. That's what he kind of looks like. He's like,
Aww.
He's just a gay man.
Yeah.
but yeah.
You gotta go like,
Only gay people do that.
Now,
yeah.
a new issue has arisen for all of you. How do you get Blackbane back?
I do. Guys, how do we get him back?
So, if we
Some sewer
remember,
ass music.
he had like a demon necklace around his neck and smashed it, right? Is that how the portal opened?
So what you would assume is that you see, because you assume it's some type of fey magic that can be used to teleport and summon portals. Similar to the same energy signature as the ones that, well, in the last campaign that opened up when you first met God of Trickery.
God, I remember that.
Cyric, or no, not Cyric,
Archeron.
yeah, Archer.
Remember him?
A little bit.
You remember him?
Was he the really fast guy?
He was the trickster guy that
What did he do to us, though?
Tom made a deal with him and tricked him into trading Tom's soul for the
Oh, like in the end?
yeah.
Oh, so it's like a. So you were saying it's like a portal into that world?
No, it's made from the same
That's
kind
what
of
the
energy
portal
as the
is.
portal was from.
That's why
That's why there are portals everywhere.
So it's safe to assume he's in a different dimension or world.
yeah.
I fear for Blackbane.
I asked the mayor. I say, Would you happen to know of anybody who knows anything about portals?
We're just
Might
like
go to.
partying over here while they're
I don't
talking.
really know for sure. Well, actually, there was a young lad. He hangs around the tavern a lot. I don't know his name. You'll know him when you see him. He comes into town once a week. He's a tiefling.
He's a lighter.
Tiefling and shit.
Tiefling, eh? He's in the bar?
He tends to hang around the bar a lot, yes. Before you go,
Tiefling in the
Alfred promised you, I know,
But keep things
as a means to your end, information as to how to find your friend, possibly.
You think?
This young man might be able to assist you. I believe he is the right one for the job.
So you're saying we're looking for a young tiefling child?
Oh, not a child. Not a child.
Man child.
He's
An
a
Adam Sandler type man.
he looks very young. He's got a baby face, but he's handsome. He's handsome.
All right,
I give him the good old vampire salute. I say, once my team and I here go out and take out Erebos, I'll come back and
Alright.
handle the city again.
Alright. So you're kind of continuing along, and you're like making it to the town. You see like a guy sitting underneath like a kind of gazebo of sorts.
Just a
Oh.
guy?
Zebo!
Just a dude.
There's a dude who's
Let's walk
throwing
close
on a
to
loop.
Oh, like that motherfucking bird,
Is he
bro. Is he the bird? Is it the bird?
You would assume it's not the bird.
Oh,
It's
damn.
not the bird.
Didn't he die?
Nah, he's just chilling, man.
He's
I
one
miss
of the
him.
bird folk.
I miss
in
him.
his world, yeah.
What's his name again? Sirius?
Come back.
Sirius?
Yep. So you're all. He's like playing the lute, and like a fawn of men, women, and young people are all standing around him. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow of a reddish purple hair, and he's wearing a very large and feathery cap. His tail swings back and forth. And sweet autumn
Tail?
Asia teeth. He kind of strokes his horn a little bit, pushing the hair back. He kind of looks at you.
Does he have like a hat out for like tips and stuff, or no?
He has a little bowl in front of him.
I go in there and give him 20 gold pieces.
He stops playing. He then kind of shoos everyone else away. He's kind of taken like all the money that he had, he's placing it in his hat, and then he plops his hat back on his head. And he's then flipping a knife, kind of just by the gazebo. What do you do?
You want to approach him?
Me?
Who wants to approach him? I just put 20 gold.
Oh,
20
I'll just say like, hey.
Say hey.
Hey.
Oh wait,
Hey.
I'm trying to think what
Hey.
But that's on brain for him, though. Hey, man.
Yeah, I was like, hey there.
Hey, dude.
So basically, yeah, he's like flipping the knife up and down. Thank you guys very much for what you did for me.
I look at him. I say, "Do you know who we are?"
I don't know who you are, and I don't know who you are.
You know who we
the
are.
knife up and down.
Country girl.
I say, "Do you know why we're here to talk to you then?"
I might.
Well, we're looking for a friend that we might have just lost, and we hear you might have some information that could benefit the both of us.
I don't know. Might be out of your price range.
You know, convince him. Someone who has good charisma.
I do.
Oh,
Let's talk to
You want me to talk to this guy?
Yeah.
You want me to fucking talk to this
We
guy?
kind of like
Alright,
clear
I'll
out of the
fucking
way
talk
for
to him.
you.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to him.
That's cash.
I'm like,
I think that was a seed right there.
Huh?
I think that was a seed.
is there a way that it
See,
could
what
be
the
in
hell?
our price range? You know,
keep it?
from
I mean,
guy to guy, you
Still
know,
good.
like,
No.
I know what you're about, man. I'm the same.
I mean, if we
I
if
know.
we didn't smoke it,
I know what's going
Some
on.
dealers usually give you money back if you give them a seed.
Do you
back.
need something?
That's
Just be
what
like, do you need
they-
something?
Did you roll?
Yeah.
Yes, I rolled. Wait. Wait, no, I didn't.
Roll it.
We can try. but
18.
18?
We ain't got shit.
So he kind of looks at you. His eyes kind of squint a little bit. And he's
Yeah, what the fuck? Fucking seas and shit.
He then kind of pushes his hair back a little bit. I'll help you out. I'll help you out, all right? For a price, of course.
What's the price?
There's something I'm looking for in particular. And I believe that if I find it, it might lead me to an even greater treasure.
And what exactly would that be, sir?
I am looking for the headquarters of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah?
Did everyone next to me hear that? The
We all go,
Thieves Guild.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
Huh.
Yeah,
I'm like,
goes,
So if we tell him where the Thieves Guild is, our friend Blackbane will be shaved
I don't know nothing about
from
no.
uncertain
Hey,
death.
hey.
I don't know nothing about no Blackbane, but I do know more about these portals. The reason why he kind of goes on to explain, there would be more portals popping up everywhere, and there's a theory you could go through all of them in the countryside and see if you could get there eventually. But the problem is because of the blood moon interfering with the spatial magic, there just aren't any portals right now. The only way that you can get to a portal is in the west, and in the east, and there farther east. Farther east, there is a facility of sorts, somewhat of like a contest of champions. Back before portals were very common, the only way that a warrior could test his mettle was by fighting in this gladiatorial arena. Legend has it that if the warrior is deemed worthy, someone from the other side of the portal will open it up, and he will walk through into a new plane of existence. Now, I haven't seen the thing for myself, but I know that it's there. However, there's a bit of an issue with that. I'll tell you more about it, but you need to help me first.
What do you need? What do you need help with?
I told you.
Find
I
the
need
yeah.
to get...
But like, what is the purpose for you?
I don't feel so comfortable
finding-
telling you like that.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna help each other, we gotta know the whole deal, you know.
That's true.
Roll for persuasion.
20 plus 3, 23.
He kind of goes in and he says,
Reveal all.
well, you seem a pretty sensible type. I tend to rob it. Now, I don't know where any of your allegiances lie, but there's something there that belongs to me, and I want it back.
Or, alright, cool. I'm glad to know the reason.
That's
Because now,
absolutely.
now I think we're more inclined to helping you out a little bit.
There's
you
like
know?
ice rattling.
Now, keep in mind, this is dangerous for you in particular.
Yeah.
You're a part of a specific thieves guild
That he wants?
Damn
it! Fuck!
But they all service under one guy, and that's the King of Thieves. And if you cross him,
Yeah, bro, I know it's like the mob, bro. I'm not gonna fuck with that shit. Fuck. You come to me the day of my daughter's wedding and ask me to kill for money. Off of Mickey.
he then
Tommy was gonna
kind of
come
hops
this guy
down.
dies.
Then kind of hops down from the gazebo. He says,
Yeah.
well then, why don't you tell us where we're headed to, Captain? You know,
It's for our friend.
you know that the headquarters are in.
Is it in the city?
It is in the eastern city. Is the eastern city of Andropolus.
Andropolus. Alright. I know where it is. Is there any okay, can I talk to you?
Yeah.
To the secret room.
The The secret room where secrets are
Are you
stored.
crafting up a playlist?
Secret.
I'm adding in some songs because I had an idea.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I stepped on a lightsaber. Alright. So, then we'll go down. He kind of explains his whole spiel. And then he tips his hat and he says, "Good to be traveling with you. My name's Rex. Rex Valendor." And he kind of lets his hair back, and then his kind of tiefling mane glistens in the sun.
Which ones are the tieflings again?
Tieflings are basically human-demon hybrids who, after exposure to the Underdark, were turned into... they're a little bit more uncommon than a lot of the other races because nobody tends to delve in kind of fey magic like that. It's kind of dangerous as is. And if people do it's kind of like seen as like a bad thing. So this is sort of a tiefling thing. So they got tails and horns, and they kind of look like they got like little hoofs.
Oh,
That's interesting. Cool.
A sign for a tiefling is that if they have like larger horns, then the more dominant they are.
are his horns big?
He's got some big horns.
Oh man.
So, you guys embark on your journey then, or
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so. Just shave the front.
all right.
We'll go anywhere.
All
For
right.
we are.
The Wonder Pets.
What does that team do?
Say it. Just say it.
I don't even know our team.
I didn't know either. We'll come up with that later.
Okay.
We'll return to that.
Now we're the team.
It's like in that Tim and Eric sketch where he just starts talking about the universe and then stops.
The universe.
He's like,
It's like well, you wouldn't want to put it in a pun.
and
That's
what you did.
Yeah, exactly.
The universe is like a giant tube.
It can fit into a tube.
Yeah,
That's the
let's
size
go.
of the universe.
Mark on the journey.
You guys continue. You leave your hometown, and you begin on your journey towards Andropolus. Cutting back to Blackbane's adventure. Blackbane, you wake up on the desert floor. A large figure standing over you,
Damn, who are you?
and fucking, and Jimmy's just sitting there, crisscross applesauce.
Jimmy, what are you doing, man?
Jimmy's reached that ethereal plane, bro.
Jimmy's
just like,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
You see the
Sure.
you see the large creature. The large creature becomes up to you. Says, "You nearly died."
Oh, I know where I was going with that now. We'll get back to that. Boys.
Alright.
Yeah, I almost died,
Yes, you did.
Where am I, man? What is it?
He goes in and he describes. He says, "My friend, you're in Gohander," and he reveals from his mask the realm of the slimes.
About the slimes.
Alright, don't tell him.
Yes, Fuck indeed. He's like grinning at you. He's got
Does he know that he's the
time to
guy
go
who
home.
killed the slime? Okay.
I know home. Jimmy, we're out of here. Slime Egg, it was nice meeting you, man. Point me in the nearest direction.
Oh, you
I
don't
don't
want
know
to.
where I'm going.
You don't want to go anywhere near anywhere, friends. Ever since the death of the Slime King, the region has been in disarray.
This is not. Oh fuck.
Who was the Slime King? What happened to him? How did he die?
We.
Well,
I'm not sure.
from his point of view, 5 strangers randomly kind of just popped into existence one day. No explanation, but probably via some means of a portal. The Slime King was sent like a bunch of, essentially like a bunch of sheep, and he thought it was a prospect from one of his like acolytes, but come to find out they aren't actually his. And well, long story short, these motherfuckers killed the Slime King.
Oh, they fucked him up.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
He then kind of goes into saying, like, and we never saw what happened to them, or wherever they went, they disappeared. And all the sheep were gone. And their king of slime was dead. He then kind of goes in to explain that because of the Slime King being dead, the region has been plunged into disarray. Civil war has broken out between rivaling factions as to who will become the new monarchy.
Oh, shit.
Children are dying in the streets. People are starving. They're hungry. And the capital city has been completely bombed out from insurgency.
Oh, damn. Which side are you on?
I was a former palace guard. I don't remember anything that happened. I didn't get there in time. But we've been battling for so long. I don't know. There really aren't any sides anymore. The only thing that matters is that we get the king's crown.
Where is the king's crown?
It is holed up in the castle menagerie.
I have the crown, bro.
He took the crown.
I have the crown.
Dude.
I have the fucking crown.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh my fucking god.
But he
I
doesn't
have
know
the fucking
this.
crown, bro.
Does that just ruin the whole story?
No.
Okay, good.
I
Okay,
planned
good.
for this.
Oh,
okay,
okay. So I
I
thought
know
I
you
ruined your fucking thing.
I already know you had the fucking crown.
Okay, I didn't know.
They don't know where the fucking crown is. They think
Okay.
it's where he last had it.
Oh.
That would have been really bad.
Yeah, I thought I fucked up your whole thing. I was like,
Oh, wow,
shit, I'm
this
sorry. I had the
So you know that your friend has the crown, and that the only way to fix all of this, to end the insurgency, he basically says that whoever places the crown upon their head will be deemed king of the slimes.
I need you back to my friend, man.
Yo, man, can you
like, we
send
said
me
fuck
that
this
like
place
post
already,
that
so-
UPS real
Like,
quick?
it's not saying fuck this place, but like, I don't know what to do. Like, you want me to help
If
you
you-
find the crown? What's up?
He kind of examines you further, and he smells you, and he's like, "Ah, Terran, I know where to get you to your home with fanfare." No, I'm kidding.
$3 bus fee to
Basically,
get back.
Happy trails.
Basically, he kind of comes in and he's like, he kind of describes to you the way there's a strange portal pad that's right next to the menagerie. That it was originally a gateway to other worlds that the slimes could use to essentially colonize after the events of the evil queen. And so that's how they populated a lot of Terra. But those slimes have been cut off ever since. The gateway can only be opened by one side, but it has to be opened by the other at the same time.
Ah, I see.
So, essentially, he says that there might be a way that I can jerry-rig it so that if I open it on one side, somebody might be able to see it on the other. And that might be how I can get you home. But you have to do something for me. You have to help me calm this insurgency. bring peace back to our land.
Shit, what else I got to do?
You now join a slime by the name of Krogan. Krogan.
Krogan's?
My name is Krogan and I'm a slime, bro.
Kind of like that's,
He sounds like the alien.
you guys
from
kind of like
Parents.
all. You guys kind of.
I might know a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy who might know where the crown is.
So you guys all kind of look up heroically as you're kind of getting up. Like it's like a one shot. Krogan, you, and then Jimmy's looking the opposite direction.
Jimmy, this way.
Like wrong camera angle.
It's like this.
Jimmy's like right in front of the camera.
He's picking grass or something.
Fuck it. Come and stand right there, Jimmy. Stand right there. All right.
So, back to the countryside
What were
of
you
Great
gonna say?
Salunia.
I know where I was going with that.
That's right. But perhaps later.
Okay.
So you guys are wandering along the countryside with Valandor, and Valandor begins to talk to you, Chester. He kind of walks over to you. He's like, listen, I know that I can be a bit rough around the edges, but if you help me take care of the situation, I know that I can be very forgiving.
Yeah, forgiving?
Forgiving.
Is it, yeah?
That's the word I'd like to choose.
Interesting. Interesting that's the word you would choose when you do not know me.
You do not know.
He kind of walks ahead.
It's kind of do like
look
Jedi
like
mind
I
tricks
know.
a little bit. You don't know.
No.
Hey man, you are young.
No.
It's like
He
that.
then Valandor kind of rides up ahead of you. He's on a horse. He's just
He's on a fucking horse.
What's the
Yeah.
big
One time my
kids next door?
mom gave me some
Oh, it's
grocery
Count
bills.
Spankula. I must spank
And I
you
went
too.
and I crashed my bike.
Valandor, he kind of goes up and he's like, Valandor kind of rides in on the horse and he's like, all right, I have some more knowledge for you. He kind of goes in to reveal that below the pit, it's said that underneath the gladiatorial arena, there's also a large cache of gold, hidden by these strange. It's hidden by past fighters and warriors. But the problem with this region is that it is under the control of the purists.
And the purists are.
Remind me of my deep lore.
So, your deep lore, at the beginning of the campaign, the purists were this kind of insurgent group.
I lost those notes.
They're against all magic. They're against
Right.
all
Right.
creatures.
They're the cloaks.
They're the cloaks / neo-Nazis of this world.
Yeah.
The
That guys.
octopi?
Octopi weren't that bad.
They were Nazis!
We took them out pretty hard.
You're right, they are dead.
We
So-
But yeah, basically, he's like, the Colosseum has been taken over by them. And basically what they do is that they conscript magical creatures and make them fight in the arena for gladiatorial combat for the enjoyment of their leader.
Oh, that's terrible. I cover Koba's ears. Like, yes.
That's forcing anyone into slavery is quite horrible.
That's pretty bad.
Now, that may be where the portal pad is, but it's only a rough imagining out of my own mind. Valandor kind of goes on, and you guys hear a whistling.
You guys hear that? So,
Put on the Bruce theme.
No!
Wait, so we're walking where?
No!
You're walking to the
Wait.
city of Andropolus.
No.
Is this who I think it is?
You know who it is.
I know who it is.
You know who it is.
Did you just pass it? I'm pretty sure you
No. I didn't. No.
I forgot what it's like to put this thing all the way back.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure you passed it. Oh, it's at the end. You guys hear a strange kind of.
We're all just like, alright, avoid our contract.
Hey, good thing I'm not there, right?
Hello there!
Oh, it's
You see
some kind of lion.
You see Patterpaw, like, he's wearing, like, pauldrons and, like, armor, but he's, like, a little bit, like, more exposed than he would be. Like, his chest is out, his, like, pectorals are, like, really, like, ruffled. And he's got, like, a six-pack abs kind of just there. And he doesn't have anything protecting, like, his junk. He's just got a little tarp that he had from before.
Oh, it's like his dick's out? Fuck.
Pretty much.
Dude, his dick is a
He's
shield.
just sitting there and he's just where is your Blackbane friend?
We're trying.
He's out of town right now.
That's what we want to know.
Out of town!
He's on that
We're
At a
actually-
time like this?
We're actually searching for him as we speak.
Searching for him as you speak?
Yeah.
That's crazy. He was always the one with the contraband, but it seems to me that he's the one who's been banned.
We're all just like,
Kind of looks around. Who's this little one? Valandor kind of goes in, and is just like, your name's Valandor. He kind of just stares at the tiefling for a little bit. His eyes are like kind of like really wide, kind of like you know, like when cats get like kinda, like scared. Like his eyes kind of go like,
Yeah.
and he kind of turns away. Then looks at you all and says, "There's a reason for my arrival. I come bearing news." He kind of puts his hands on his hips, and he says, "An update on the effort against Erebos' campaign. You guys remember the hold that was summoned because of your failure in Laguna Beach?"
oh yeah.
Well, you see, failure is subjective.
I think it's a failure!
You weren't even there.
Like all of you!
You've
Oh,
got to have some failures to have some successes.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite positive, but the world is at stake!
Failures for
Alright, just tell us
Values,
what's the deal.
success.
What is the deal?
So,
I'm Jordan Belfort. and this is
Patterpaw goes into this to explain what's happening. Ever since the hole appeared, first it was 1 undead, then it was 2,
Oh.
and then it was 5, and then it was 50, and on and on and on and on and on. Hordes of undead have been sneaking out of the hole. The theory from the Demon Slayer Paladins is that they think that it's a portal to the realm of the dead. However, wizards from the Tower of Enigma have placed a barrier over it. And they're holding back the undead forces as much as they can. And they don't have much time. They need you guys to get that deity orb as soon as possible.
Son of a bitch.
Now, you know you can't really do that unless you have a full party. You guys need to find your ally. But Patterpaw also goes on to explain that the Demon Slayer Paladins and all the other forces of the Great Saluni Alliance are lined up on the beaches of Laguna Beach, and they're ready for anything that's going to happen. So an all-out assault is being predicted. Patterpaw then goes on to say, "So we are running out of time! So whatever silly mission you have to work out now, get it done quickly! Please!"
Sounds like a
Right.
job for some people like us.
Just
Yes.
yeah.
Specifically, a group
Alright, old man, we got it. We're good. Alright, I understand.
of gentlemen
I understand.
who are
I understand.
brilliant, nay,
We'll talk to you later.
extraordinary.
But before I go, I have gifts as well! He then kind of reaches inside like his back scruff and pulls out 4 health potions on a line.
Grab one of those. Thank you, Patterpaw.
Gifts from Saragrim!
Thank you, sir.
Do you guys continue onward?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
For we truly are a league of extraordinary gentlemen.
You hear a book fall in the distance, and somebody tries to throw it at you.
Extraordinary gentlemen.
Someone tries to
Continue. Alan Moore is in the distance. That's mine! And just runs at you. Okay. So continuing along the road, you guys kind of eventually arrive to the city of Andropolus.
Welcome to Andropolus.
Very artisanal,
Look
apparently.
at little Sicily.
I thought more like a bustling New York, but
Yeah.
It's like
It's Italy.
New York is like
It's
jazz music.
Little Italy, baby.
so essentially, you guys get into Andropolus. You know that it is the home of the Thieves Guild. I'm sorry, I heard Levette and Rose. Players will find out kind of along the lines of what you guys are looking for. Oh, my brain. What you guys are looking for is that you're looking for the entrance to the Thieves Guild. Now, only you know where this is.
Yeah.
So, you kind of point them in the direction. You're kind of making sure. It's like, this city's like bustling and like everything is happening. There are like carts going back and forth. People like trying to sell shit to everyone. Like a little kid tugs you on the shoulder. Do you want to buy a tooth?
No, why the fuck would I want to buy a tooth? Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out! Fuck you! Hey, fuck you, Timmy! Fuck you!
See you later. And you like.
Hey, see you later, Timmy. Have a good one. Fucking asshole.
So yeah.
You seem to be enjoying yourself back in your place of origin.
So you guys kind of notice that like as you're kind of going towards the like front gates, there is a clock tower. This is standing there. There's like nothing else there besides this clock tower. You notice a strange sigil written into it.
Do we know the sigil?
No, you do not.
I do, right?
You do.
I do, yeah.
What does that say?
You don't know that I know that. I'll just be like,
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna generally ask.
Don't. Oh yeah.
What? Does anyone know what this says?
Valendor kind of goes into explaining, like, it's supposed to be somewhere around here.
Watch.
The entrance.
hey, Dan, could I also ask you another question? I don't know if this should be private or not, but it's definitely a question. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's like New York in the '80s. What's going on?
Like during the day,
What's
Yes,
going
still
on?
sunny out.
Hey, what's going on? It's New York in the 80s.
Welcome back to New York in the '80s.
New York Jazz House.
I'm here with you guys. We're hanging out
That's smooth jazz 80s.
in the AM. We're back here with you all day.
He's kind of
Jazz music.
looking at you guys, just like,
That was partly Cloudy's newest album.
he's kind of looking. He's kind of
Is
looking
that
at all
what the
you.
town sounds like? Or the
Yeah,
city?
no, he's just like looking at all you guys. It's just the entrance is supposed to be around here someplace. Kind of looks at you, Rogue.
It could be anywhere. Honestly, they must have changed something while I was gone. I can't read that.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. I've been gone a long time. I don't know. I don't know about you, but like I've been.
Posing a persuasion check.
16 plus 5, so whatever 16 plus 5 is.
Alrighty then. So, we'll go with that.
22.
We'll go with that idea. Now,
Alright.
I advise us to take heed and take some rest, if we can.
Alright, I know this place like the back of my hand. I'll find us a nice inn, barkeep, whatever you want. Let's go. Let's find a place to sleep.
So you guys end up going towards kind of like a bar, not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Dirty Pigeon.
Hell yeah. I spit on the ground before I walk in.
Everybody else goes, "Hey!" It's like this. Everybody knows. It's a place where everybody knows. It's Cheers. It's like a dirtier version of Cheers. And everybody's like, look at this. It's the Mook. It's Chester O'Malley. Taps you up on the hand. Valandor kind of like tips his hat down, and he's like kind of tired, and just like take it easy. We're kind of like you're proceeded to the bar. Do you guys go for drinks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What would you like to drink? The barkeep comes around. He's the chubby man with big red rosy cheeks. And he has an Italian mustache.
Sex on the beach. No, just.
What are you talking about? You want sex on the beach? Only still a hard liquor.
I'll get some wine from you. And a pizza pie if you don't mind.
Fucking raisin. No.
He totally swears at it.
That double entendre. So yeah, no.
Fucking double entendre, you fucking
he
idiot.
hands you,
Get the fuck out of my bar.
he hands you a little drink with an umbrella inside of it.
It's like a whiskey with there's an umbrella.
What would you like to drink?
I'll take a scotch on the rocks, shaken, not stirred.
She remind me of someone familiar. Yeah, agent who worked for the Alliance. What's his name? It's James.
You're gonna have to speak up, laddie.
What's your name?
I got old ears.
What's your name?
My name is Alan Barnabas Carterman.
Oh, I thought you said James Bond.
No, I'm just. Okay.
Nice.
Nobody knows who James Bond
That was a build-up.
For
James Bond.
No, he's like
This is
He's like, yeah, Quarterman. Sounds like a good man.
he kind of hands you a mystery drink. You don't really know what it is, but
Thank you.
he kind of cleans up the glass. What would you like?
Got any gin?
I got gin. He goes underneath the counter. Yes. And then to you.
For a drink.
Oh, you already had your drink. You didn't even brother. Valandor sits in the corner. He says, "Nah, everybody knows it's all going on his tab." Okay?
fuck you, man! I'll have the usual, man!
Everybody has a rompous night of drinking. And back to Blackbane. Blackbane.
We're just
Blackbane!
Blackbane! We're back!
That's really good.
So basically we cut to Blackbane. Large explosion at the side of a building. We see Jimmy being thrown into the back corner of a room.
Oh, what the fuck?
Jimmy!
What happened?
Jimmy! Jimmy's getting up and like charging at some insurgents and fucking punches the shit out of
fighting
them.
the good fight now, man.
Shit.
Krogan is like fighting off some insurgents with his like his different appendages, and he's just like slashing them. He's got
Like
like
slime guys.
What are these insurgents? Are they other slimes? Or are they
There are other
slimes?
slimes. They want the monarchy, and he's like fucking stabbing one of them, and it like fucking melts, and then he stabs another one, and it melts. He hands you a scabbard,
These guys are not durable at all.
Wait, where's my flintlock?
and you have it already. It's with you.
Okay.
That's God saying it, not me.
Oh, okay, shit. Jim, fight back. Destroy that motherfucker.
Vote for Jimmy.
Am I back to normal health or that? Am I still at 12?
I would assume that you're like at least at half.
Alright, so I'll be at. Is it be at 9. Hello. 4 with Jimmy.
What'd you get?
4 with Jimmy.
Jimmy does not hit those insurgents. Jimmy kind of just charges into them, and then they kind of reform, and he turns around. The insurgents. That's a first. The insurgents both kind of like try to go at you, and they clip each other on accident, and they fall to pieces. And you're kind of just looking there with Krogan, the dead bodies of this fucking slime. You're like,
Okay.
alright.
Alright.
And so then, yeah, you notice at the corner of the room that you were in, the full view of Slime City. A great city made completely out of slime. On this red landscape. It is green and oozy to the touch. Sticky even. Kind of like
You
honey.
run from foster homes in 6 counties.
Alright,
Thank you.
oh shit, where am I going?
Krogan then says that the only way that we're going to be able to traverse the tower and get what we need to get is if we go all the way up, and that is at the and that's where the garden is, where the crown is supposed to be.
So wait, where
What
am
have you
I
done?
exactly?
You still haven't told them that that the crown isn't up there, right?
No.
Okay. What did you say?
I said, where am I exactly?
So you're basically on the outskirts of the city.
Okay. And the crown is in the garden, like
Up top.
So it's like a level, see, so like low, up, like that type of top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like a spiraling castle. It goes all the way up to the top.
And I'm trying to get to the crown, right?
Yes, you're trying to get to the crown, which is right next to where the portal is.
I'll keep that information here for now. He doesn't need to know that.
All right.
That's right there.
So yeah, continuing along forward, you're kind of just like trotting through the city that's been bombed out. You see like dead slimes everywhere, and you see the little boy run up to Krogan, and Krogan like kind of pats his little slimy frill on his head.
The slimy frill.
And says, "Go home, Tuk Tuk. There's no time." And he kind of Tuk Tuk runs off like he's got like little slimy legs. He's like,
Yeah.
Make it home, Tetsup. Be safe. Be safe.
Tuk Tuk runs into a little hut, and then you see like his parents kind of peeking through the window. All of a sudden, you notice you hear a loud like yelling and like a commotion. Sirens go off around you. You're
Jimmy, I don't like the sound of that, Jimmy.
Yo, the controller's dead.
Krogan, what's going on, man?
They're reaching the tower. Come, we're running out of time. We have to go.
Let's get there. Let's go.
So you follow Krogan. You follow Krogan up to the top of the tower.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening, what ends up happening is that you go to a corridor where you see hundreds upon hundreds of slimes crowding in, fighting one another.
Oh, shit.
You and Krogan kind of look at each other, and then you kind of charge in.
I don't even know which ones to hit or which ones to fight. They all look the same, right?
Like they're the insurgents wear a red sash.
Okay. Alright, Krogan. Let's do this, man.
It's time to die with honor, and he like runs in.
I don't know about dying, but you better live so you can send me back home. Let's go.
Krogan then kind of dissipates in the crowd. You kind of go with him. Cutting back to everyone else on Terra proper. So, kind of catch you guys up on what you guys have been doing. You wake up the next morning, fully refreshed after your long night of revelry and drinking. As you kind of all ponder, like the night from before, you notice something has changed. You notice that the crown is gone.
Oh. Is what's his name with us?
Valendor is still with you, yes.
I'm looking at my bag. I'm like, fuck.
The kid.
What's the matter?
I lost something that belonged to me. I'm a little upset about it, cause
Well, if you lost it, then you might want to share with the group what you lost.
Just a crown that I stole, and it's nothing. It's nothing. It wasn't
Crown.
even like a stolen crown. It was
What
more like
kind
he was
of
dead,
crown?
and I took it.
It was a dental crown. You see, our lad Chester here has just got terrible cavities, and he,
persuasion.
Wait, do you know about the crown? His own crown?
I'm assuming I do. 18.
We probably told you.
Sorry, non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's kind of just like, okay, I'll buy that. But then
Okay, I add on to it then. I'm like, oh shit, I should not have said that. I'll be like,
I mean, you already said it. It's kind of like
oh,
the retro,
oh, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. He was like, oh, dental crown. I can believe that.
I was supposed to put it in, and I lost it. I didn't. I mean, it was a nice one. It was silver.
My intel tells me that there might be a way into Thieves Guild headquarters from not too far away.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go pay. I gotta go pay for the night and like all the drinks and stuff. I'll be right back.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go down and pay. All right. So I go downstairs.
All right.
Can I make sure no one's following me?
Roll to be kind of sneaky then.
18.
18.
Wait. Plus
You're
stealth.
proficient, so
So like.
it should be a 24.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're kind of
24.
You're kind of walking along the walls. Gee, that's why
I'm walking on the walls.
you're kind of like climbing around. You're just,
I'm just like.
so you make it
Sneaking
around,
through the pipes.
and then you notice you get to the bottom of the stairs. Like you're sitting there, and you're just like about to pay for the night, and Valandor is sitting there at the counter.
What? What, my G? What the fuck? I'll be like, what are you doing here? I'm paying.
Well, I thought I'd come down for a drink.
It's like 9 in the morning, but like, I mean, I guess I won't like judge your habits, but like, it seems like you need to go to like a meeting about that.
Chester.
Yeah, I know nothing. It's fine. I'm not gonna judge you for drinking at 9 a.m. Like, that's not my thing.
Listen here, Bill. We're gonna do this my way.
We're gonna do it your way?
We're gonna do this my way.
What happens to be that? I don't know.
You're gonna show me where the Thieves Guild headquarters.
I'm gonna show you where it is.
And I'm gonna be on you, boy. And I'm gonna be around you every second.
Yo, it's a little lot, you know. I'm
what you did,
like I gotta take a shit sometimes, you know. I don't need you to watch me shit. I'm sure you don't want to watch me shit.
I know what you did, Chester.
Yeah, you know what I did? I have done things in my life that you have probably seen. I've been in the newspaper.
Nothing's more dishonorable than
World's
to think
biggest
that,
shit.
If your friends knew about it, they'd kill you right on the spot.
Oh yeah, they would. I don't know about that.
Oh, I don't know about it. Or do I?
No one does.
Yeah, none of y'all know.
So I just metagamed when I covered them
Wait, for what?
for the dental crown.
Oh, no.
No, this is different.
No, you
This is different.
He kind of looks at you, and he kind of says, "You better hope that I don't have loose lips."
Yeah, you better hope you don't have loose lips, sir.
Well, is everybody nice and refreshed? He kind of looks at everybody as you guys kind of walk down the stairs.
I feel like a spring daisy.
Can I, when
I
I'm
thought it was
paying,
spring chicken.
when I'm paying to what's his face, the bartender, I give him a little note with the money that tells him what's happening so that he can relay it.
Okay. He kind of looks at it and he's like, he kind of does like a weird, like, kind of coughs into his shoulder. What he does is that he puts up like a 2 symbol, and you see that. Yeah.
I go, and then
So yeah, you guys circulate through the city. You get out. It's around 10 o'clock in the morning. You guys are looking for the Thieves Guild headquarters, right? There are multiple places that Valandor kind of goes into this describe. Any place with weird sigil writing that's in cobblestone or brick, which is why the clock tower was the perfect example, the perfect place. Also, the sewers and the catacombs beneath them are said to be treasure running stations that go throughout the entire kingdom of Great Salonia.
Well, what say you?
I don't know, this place has changed. This place has changed a lot since I've been here. Like, that pizzeria wasn't there when I was here.
So you do throwing pies and mirrors?
Yeah, like, look at all this stuff. I don't even know what this is. What part of town is this? I have no fucking clue. This is crazy. This is all new.
So, I mean...
But I'm lying. I know where... Yeah.
So, yeah, all of a sudden, you guys kind of notice a strange sort of noise.
If you're moderate to severe ulcerative colitis
from like a
Do I recognize it?
holding you back.
You sort of recognize
Treatment hasn't worked well enough.
like the noise.
Yeah.
It may be time for a change.
And it's coming from a
Ask your
sewer
doctor
grate.
about Entivio, the only biologic developed and approved.
Is it good or bad?
for use in Crohn's.
You would assume it to be
Entivio
safe.
works the site
It's
of
safe?
inflammation in the GI tract.
I want to walk up to the
Really
sewer
good and help
and kind of just, like,
patients achieve both symptom relief and
look
remission.
down and be like, what the
Infusion and serum.
Hiya, Georgie.
Hey, Uncle Tony!
You want a balloon?
Valandor then says he kind of puts his ear up to the gas pipe, and he's like,
Tell your doctor if you have an infection.
going the right way. He kind of immediately takes a match
Liver problems can occur with Entivio.
and then
If your
just jumps down
treatment isn't working for you, ask your
Into the sewer?
gastroenterologist
into
about
the sewer.
Entivio.
Fuck!
Entivio.
I haven't been in the sewer in goddamn 10 years. I don't know what the fuck's down there anymore. Son of a bitch. I just jump in.
Just jump in. Yeah, so you jump into the sewer, and do you guys follow?
Well, when in... Where are we?
We're going in the sewer.
When in Andromedus...
Andropolus.
Andropolus... I go down...
Write it down!
I just cried. After he like fucks up twice for saying it, I jumped down.
Andra.
After he fucks up twice saying it, I just say Andropolus and walk down.
I hop down with Koba.
Alright, so yeah, you hop down with Koba. All of you guys make it down. Basically, you go in, and you kind of hear the footprints of Valandor. It's this way. I've seen the messages. They're on the walls. They're this way. Do you guys follow him?
Yes.
I lag behind.
Alright. So you guys are all kind of like still following.
Can you turn it down just a little bit? I can't really hear what you guys are saying.
What?
The music. Can you just turn it down?
Where...
Oh, that's fine.
So you guys are still kind of like making it through and kind of like going along these sewers. Valandor stops
Yeah?
and sees like an opening. This is it. He then kind of takes some.
Can I go up and be like, I know how to pick locks? And be like, wait, is it...
He trusts you enough to kind of go up and like say you can open up the lock.
Okay.
So he relinquishes it to you. There is the door in front of you, and then there's a lock. Do you open it?
Can I like stall and make it like loud a little bit? Like, just like act like I'm fucking up?
You can try. I'm gonna have you roll for that.
At an advantage or disadvantage?
Well, you're a pretty masterful locksmith, so I mean, I think you should be able to make it enough.
11 plus, would that be persuasion? Or deception?
That's under deception.
So... 17.
17? So what ends up happening is that you kind of are making noises a lot louder. You fool! He's like kind of like he's getting like upset that you're like doing this on purpose.
I'm sorry, my hands are sweaty and full of muck. I gotta let me just add a little more.
Make an opposing grapple check.
11.
He butts you out of the way.
Fuck!
And he's like, let me show you how it's done. And he kind of digs in with the key, opens up the lock.
Shit, do you have a second Xbox controller?
Hold on. What did you do?
Nothing. It's not sure.
Oh. But yeah. Hold on for a second. You just gotta fix it. So what ends up happening? Okay, that's weird. What ends up happening is this.
It's charging.
So
It's trudging.
Valandor opens up the cage. It swings open. After you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then I go up.
All
Don't be
right.
an asshole.
So yeah, you go. You mean you go up or you go in?
Oh, in, whatever.
Yeah. So you all go in, and all of a sudden you guys kind of like hear like a close noise and then a locking noise.
Oh, that's not good.
You see Valandor standing behind with a smirk on his face.
Oh.
What's this about, buddy?
I think you know what this is about, Jester.
Oh,
Seeming that you killed my brother, my best friend, a long time ago, I thought I'd get myself a little bit even.
Jester.
Indeed.
What did you do?
All of a sudden, you guys see a bright light from up above.
Gah!
Is it like a lamplight or something?
Not really like a lamplight, it's more like,
like
just
sunlight?
It's like
Where
it's
are
like
we?
a
What is
blinding
this?
light. You were underground, and you're in the catacombs.
Is it sunlight?
It's not sunlight. It's artificial light.
Artificial light.
You see 5 figures standing above you, shadowy in their shadowy aspects, and they all kind of look at you, and they say, "Chester O'Malley, step forward."
I do.
I say, oh man, what did you get us into, dude?
For which you have been summoned: racketeering, theft, perjury, and the greatest crime of all against the Thieves Guild. Thievery. Yes? Like a guy whispers in his ear. Yes! Thievery. Even though you're a thief. For now, you will be sentenced. And all of a sudden, you see, like a strange man walk up. And he's wearing pierced robes. And they, like, encapsulate all of his body. He's looking down at all of you, and he says, "Welcome, my children, to the gauntlet." And the floor from beneath you guys gives way. And you are now trapped in the bottom of what seems to be this type of well. And before you
Jimmy fell down the well.
before you guys kind of notice, you see Valandor is holding the crown.
Valandor.
I knew he stole that shit. We should have checked his shit. I fucking knew we should have checked his bag.
And,
So were we fell in a hole?
yeah, you fell in a hole, and you are now all unconscious.
Yeah.
So, next thing's next. Back to Blackbane. Blackbane, you've made it through this next room and wave of enemies. You are continuing onward and upward and spiraling up into this strange and odd world that you're in. What you notice, oddly enough, is that get to the top. There are three. I need to get you some goddamn coffee. I'm sorry. Like, drink this.
I zoned the fuck out, dude.
He said he looked at you 3 times. Then.
But like, okay, I know everyone's tired. Don't worry, we're almost done. We are almost done. So essentially,
I went through the room of people, of the slimes. I was going at it.
you made it through. You're right to the top with Krogan, and you see 3 more slimes at the top. These ones look different. You don't know who these guys are. Yeah, it's bitter. I know you don't. It'll keep you awake.
Logan, are those friend foes?
Those are foes.
Cool.
They're the original Palace Guard. They're the ones who started the insurgency.
Oh shit.
Would you say they were the strongest of the foes, or?
Well, yes. They kind of all look at. One of them kind of points and looks at you.
Oh, they recognize you.
Hey, don't point and look at me.
Yo! He's the one!
I didn't do it.
Krogan's like looking at you like confused. Like, enough! You've plunged this nation into disarray and ruin. It's all your fault. And they're like spatting back and forth and like they're trying to tell Krogan that you were the one who fucking killed the Slime King.
But it wasn't me though.
You were a part of the group.
Not this one. That was my past me. That was a whole nother life.
Not this one. That was my past.
That was the old me.
That was the old me.
That was
Baby, you gotta
Benny
believe
the
me.
Loud.
No, it wasn't.
baby,
No, it
come
wasn't.
on.
It was this
Killed the
campaign.
Slime King.
It was this campaign.
Krogan.
Yeah, you killed the Slime King this campaign.
Baby, that was the
Oh,
only.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
the very first one.
The sheep. You say you might.
Oh yeah.
How
Well,
could we forget?
to be honest,
Don't be honest.
Oh.
he did. He
Laurel,
he
this
attacked
could
me.
go
and I had to
very
defend
wrong.
myself.
Laurel.
You know, he ate some sheep that
Laurel.
belonged to another royal person. And he.
Laurel, you may have balled on Smash, but you ain't balling right now, man.
You know what? Let me restart that. Hi.
I'm gonna start over real quick.
All of a sudden, the slime started gurgling.
50.
All of a sudden, Krogan is like grabbing his head. He's like, oh! Like all the other slimes are like swarming you. You are now in a combat phase with 3 acid slimes.
Jesus
Oh
Christ!
shit! You know what? Fuck this shit, man. I use
You
a
gonna lie,
I use
man.
a Thunder Wave. All right.
All right. First,
Fucking
Thunderwave
shit,
Shatter.
bro.
Damn. It says Thunder Wave.
Okay, use Thunderwave then.
I forgot. What does it do again?
It knocks them back 15 feet
Wait.
or 35 feet.
Sorry, do I not have Shatter then? I sworn.
Oh, and I think you get Shatter next level.
Shatter.
So I don't have Shatter?
Hey,
Oh, shit.
shatter.
Nah.
Yeah, shatter! That one time
Should I use
I
it
got
this
the
time?
opportunity to use it.
So you're on. Okay, yeah, you're level 4 now. So it's 4d8 thunder damage.
So do I?
Such a good character.
You have Thunderwave. You have Thunderwave.
So Thunder Wave is 48.
48 thunder damage.
Alan Quartermain is still a good character. Alan Quartermain.
Let's get it.
He's only a monkey.
He's only
Oh no, that's a
monkey.
d4. 4d8. The triangle.
He's only a little
Not that one. The other one. Yep. 6,
5,
5,
6, 12, 17, and 24.
So you deal 24 damage.
To all 3 of them.
They all kind of.
Back the fuck up.
They all like vanish, like immediately get eviscerated.
Oh.
But the splashback from the acid from the wave that you hit gets on your arm. Gets on your other arm.
Huh.
Wait, what? Wait,
Alright, because you only have like.
Because you only have one arm.
It's starting to melt away at your skin.
Oh, you're gonna be armless, G.
Can I use like mage hands to like get this
No,
out?
you have that one mending spell.
But it's only for like a large gash, like a wound like this. It's melting away pretty quickly.
So he's just fucked.
He's like losing parts of his body.
Fuck. Jimmy, come on!
Jimmy kind of goes over. Roll for Jimmy.
Jimmy, don't fuck this
You
up.
better
bro.
hope you're not getting that one, my G.
7.
7.
What if
Jimmy like goes down and like completely misses, and like hits the ground. And Jimmy like looks at you with a sad look in his eyes.
God damn it, Jimmy!
You lose your arm, but the acid is still spreading.
Oh fuck!
Shit, what do I do?
You are now unconscious. all you see is Krogan standing over you.
Krogan.
Krogan's like still holding his head. Like he doesn't know what to believe.
Listen, man. I didn't know what was going on at the time, okay? I was with some buddies. It was an old man. And apparently...
This is so fucked up. I'm sorry.
Flash to you guys.
You know what?
You have been sold into slavery.
The gang sold into slavery.
So you killed his brother and his family.
Hey, I can explain.
And you don't remember him.
Shush. I did remember him. I was just acting like I didn't. Maybe
you guys have been escorted to the. You guys wake up and you've been escorted to the wastes. Not too far away, but still more eastern than any other point in the nation of Great Salunia. You guys are like being led with chain. Most of your weapons and items have been confiscated. Only the ones that they can't take away from you for some reason. The blades, they can't take away the leg because it's
my leg.
It's your fucking leg. Koba won't leave your side.
They can't take my Koba!
And for some reason, your bow is like stuck to your fur, so it's not like
It's just like stuck on my back.
so it's like not.
It's not
leaving
coming
you.
out.
You're just a sticky gang, and they're all just like taking you through the desert. They all kind of push you down. You're all being led in like these brown sacks, and
over our heads.
Like not over. Well, yeah, not over your heads. Well, not just over your heads. Like over your entire bodies. You're like. Your arms and legs are free, but like you're kind of just like you're just blind.
I'm in a body bag.
All of a sudden, you guys stop. You hear someone go, whoa. Yeah, like a guy gets off his horse. You see a bald man. Like he takes off all your masks. Welcome to the pit. And all of a sudden, you guys hear like yells and roars and people like shouting.
It's a gladiator pit.
Conquest! Like people like screaming in the distance.
Well, I don't know a ton about conquest, but that doesn't sound good.
All of a sudden, you guys hear like a whoosh noise, and you see somebody fly out of the stadium.
I say, oh shit!
I turned to him and I'm like, going there?
Salty
We're going there?
That he's basically he's like a new challenger they got a week ago has been mopping the floor with everyone. Good to inject some new blood into the mix.
I'd really prefer not to be injected into any kind of mix.
He kind of throws you guys into another pit, which leads down to a slope, which opens up to another room. You guys kind of fall through it, and you see like a bunch of just dead soldiers, fighters, former slaves.
They're
and
all
like
dead?
a couple dudes were alive. One is like in the corner, like shaking.
I approached that guy. I'm like, hey, what's up?
Feed the beast.
What?
Feed the beast.
Who's the beast? Can we talk about the beast?
You don't look so good.
Feed the beast. Feed the beast. Feed the beast.
Is there? Can I go? Is there anyone else around?
There's another guy. He's like sitting there.
I'm just like, hey, dude, hey. Can I go?
He's dead, bro.
I take my bow staff, I poke him.
Mr. Brody, I think he's...
This guy over here, what's the beast that he's talking about?
About a week and a half ago, there were more of us. We were numerous. They would come and take us in the night, and we would fight, and it's all we would do. Fight. A week and a half ago, the caravan found some strange creature that they brought him here. And he never stops fighting.
What did he look like?
He was big and scary. That's all I know, man. He killed my friends. And like the door opens up slightly. His chain, like from underneath, you can see. No! And he's like kind of like getting dragged underneath. Something is like dragging his chain.
What is the
underneath
fear of the
door.
beast guy's response to this?
He's like shaking his head. He's like covering his eyes. And then,
being a
like,
tweaker.
Just more of a
and
tweaker.
the guy's like, no, please, no! And just like you see a hand being dragged under there, and then you hear like the door close and you hear, oh!
Do we recognize any of this noise?
You don't know what the fuck that is.
Alligator said, "What did you get us into, boy?"
This
All right,
does
all right.
kind of
You
step
know-
back from your
Wait,
situation.
one second,
Hey,
guys.
if everybody shuts the fuck up and lets me talk, maybe I'll tell you. Alright, so, I had no legs. I had no leg. It got fucked up when I was a kid and I lost it, so I had no leg. This leg, fake. Cannon leg, I kind of stole it. I kind of stole it from this inventor, and he, I did an elaborate thing, and I crashed. Long story short, I bombed the building, and debris fell and
killed a
killed
lot of
people, and I stole like it took off, and
Long story short, Chester is famously known for an incident known as Bloody Wednesday, where he attempted to rob an inventor of the leg cannon.
I did rob the inventor.
Robbed him of the leg cannon, killed him
on accident.
On
None of this
accident.
was on purpose.
inadvertently killed Valandor's brother, and 50 more people who were in the building at the time. Now, it's not like he's blacklisted among the people who are in the Thieves Guild. That's not a problem. But what you see, what immediately puts you off, you see the King of Thieves sitting with the bald man that was there from before with the robes, and one of the guy chittering in the corners. General Knox is back. He's about to make a speech. All of a sudden, you kind of see, like, he's kind of like going in, like, kind of are you not entertained type style. Like, the crowd
bald
is
guy?
wild.
Or
The bald guy. My fellow purists, today I have a special treat for you. Due to the numerous contributions from our allies in the Thieves Guild, we now have all types of antiquities and odd creatures in our possession. No one will stop us now. And like everybody else is like laughing and like all like maniacally kind of just like screaming and like like they're all like ready for a fight. You will then rebel. You will then use them, a slave labor force, to fight against the Great Salunia Alliance. And we will be the ones on top. But in the meantime, doesn't mean we can't have a little fun. Why not? Can't we? And then they all like start like laughing and like laughing between each other. Then they notice there have been a group of heroes who have been thorns in my side for quite a while, stopping weapon shipments,
We did that.
killing generals,
We also did that.
and even conflicting with my greatest ally, my Lord and Savior Ellis.
With us. You think he's talking about us? I don't want to start.
I bring to you our lovely heroes of Great Salunia. All of a sudden, your chains all start being dragged out. You're like getting pulled in.
I lean over to Chester and I say, "Listen, boy. We've all had shadowed pasts. That doesn't mean we can't make better futures. Now, I say we focus on taking out whatever beastie they have for us down here."
I agree with you. I 100% agree.
You guys kind of... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, yeah.
You guys kind of look over and you see strange, like, the chains then begin to... They were getting pulled, and now you guys are in the center combat of the field.
Before we get too far out, can I retroactively... Is Koba attached to me? Where
Koba's
is Koba?
attached to you.
Like how?
Well, he's just holding on.
Can I get him to like run to safety?
Yes, you can.
I go like tuck him into the shadows.
Wait,
like,
can't he snipe? He sniped that one time.
He doesn't. You don't have your
I
gun.
don't have any weapons.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Well, I still have my
Shit.
blades on me.
Monkey shit thrown at this monster.
I'm just pre-planning just in case. Yeah.
So basically, he's like, I won't leave you all defenseless. That's not fair. And he hands you each like a different weapon. So you get your gun back. You also get a knife. You get a knife. You get a knife.
I get a knife.
Swords.
Yeah, you also have your
I have
swords.
my crazy ass swords. So.
You get it.
And you guys are all kind of like circling up, ready for this thing. You're like pretty much naked, and you're trying to fight.
You have
this
like a
monster.
loincloth,
You got,
like in the
loincloth on,
Gladiator.
yeah. Where's the other one?
Gladiators.
And you're sitting there, and you're quite frightened. You don't know what's gonna come out of that door. And now, my champion, my glorious creature that I found, a rare antiquity indeed. I introduce to you. Let him loose. Thumping begins to come from the door. Like men are like holding back the door so that it doesn't break again because it was broken off its hinges the first time. A hand bursts through the metal wall and chucks it. The wall then flies out of the stadium, landing on the opposite side from where you guys are.
Listen, lads. Whatever happens, we stay together.
You see a big foot step out of the darkness first. And you kind of hear a low... and you notice... It's Clooney! With chains on his neck and he's foaming at the mouth.
I know the song!
Hey, Cody!
He's got part of his brain kind of exposed, though.
Do I still have?
Yeah, he took his gray matter.
Oh, yeah. Do we still?
So, like,
our
what
hands
is,
bound
like,
by chains
can't,
like
like
this
the
kind of?
skull heal? What?
Your chains have been released.
Oh,
You guys
I'm just
are-
like, Cody. Hey.
Does he not recognize us?
From what you can tell, he doesn't recognize any of you.
Could I try to do the song?
This is not good.
While I'm out
He
here?
kind of looks over. More challengers to eat!
Can I do like the whistle of like his song that makes him revert back to
Before we do
human?
that, cut back to Blackbane.
Oh.
Blackbane, you were lying on a hospital bed. You're now woken up. A strange occurrence has happened to you. You look down on the ground. You look at yourself. And Jimmy's like looking at the end of the table at you, like kind of like nervous. And he's like,
What's going on?
he kind of looks at you and he's like, Jimmy. And he kind of said, and Krogan kind of looks at you and says, I don't know what to tell. You want the good news or the bad news?
Give the good news first.
The good news is, there may be a way to get you home. Now, the bad news is, well, he takes like a large mirror and kind of puts it in front of you. Half of your body, your arm, your legs are gone.
Oh. Now you gotta do the Darth Vader.
No. He feels. Krogan looks you in your eye and says, "I'm sorry." And he kind of looks away. He says that he basically goes on to describe that because of your actions, the insurgency ended, and they're still in need of a leader. So Krogan has put in his hat for to be elected as the new leader, but there's only there's a group of people who still want to kill you because you're the result of like this whole thing happening. Krogan then kind of looks to you and he says, "You helped me stand for something that was better, something that was greater. I might have a way to help you. It will change you forever."
I ain't got nothing left to give, man. What you got, dog?
He opens up like a little like a pad. And basically, there's a transplant. Looks to be like some type of like fake body. And he looks to you and he says, "I can do the ceremony of bonding."
Let's do it. I
Um,
got nothing else. Let's do it.
So kind of retroactively as this is happening, you guys are fighting Clooney. You're being magically, like your wounds are being healed, but your bodily makeup is no longer kind of being that of a human werewolf, I mean, you'll still be a technomancer, but something is happening to your body that you're not really totally aware of. Like your features are like fading in and out. Your eyes turn completely like black, and then all of a sudden, you kind of like you notice you're kind of melting a little bit.
Krogan, what's happening to me?
He kind of looks at you and he says, "Just stay calm." And you kind of stop there. Back to you guys for a second. Engage in combat with Clooney.
I'm about to snatch food. I lost food.
Can I talk to you for a second?
I pretty much lost my whole damn body.
Everything.
I'm gonna
Like, I was literally a vegetable.
You were literally Darth Vader right now. That's crazy.
That's some shit. Damn you. How'd you miss the character in my attack?
So, yeah. So, roll for initiative.
Oh, Colin just went downstairs for a sec.
I'm navigating.
Let's send this beastie back to hell!
Are you playing both?
What do you mean?
Are you playing both characters?
No.
We're gonna have to kill him.
Someone is gonna have to go.
18.
Damn.
More hands go in, the door hands get in the stone hinge.
16.
16?
9.
9. Rolling for initiative. It's time to fight Clooney.
I turn to you guys. I'm like, I don't think he remembers us.
He doesn't remember us, but you can use your turn to try to sing the song if we can like hold him down somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
18.
18? Alright.
Oh, I gotta roll again then.
Oh, we roll again?
Yeah, 11.
19.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so I go first?
Clooney goes first.
Oh. Whoa. Whoa.
Clooney then kind of charges up, and it goes, and it kind of goes in and immediately backhands you, Colin.
Damn.
Dealing. Somebody hand me a 1d10.
Oh, no.
Which one is that? Is it this one?
Fuck.
Wait, did
Oh, it's
we all get
12.
more health or no?
Yeah, we're
leveling up?
Yeah, we're. Wait, did we get more health?
Did we get more health from leveling up?
This guy.
You guys got more health.
How much?
much?
Yeah.
You're back at full.
No, I mean.
No, like, did we get more health points?
Oh, yeah, okay. So, basically what you do is that you, so it's like you add your dex modifier, so then +3 for you.
Yeah.
For you,
plus
it's
2.
+2,
Mine's for 1.
Mine's
+1,
Okay.
Mine's
cool.
+1.
+1, and +1.
So you just
Yeah,
get.
so I
this
would
says +3
take
right?
one more health point then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alright.
It says +3 right here though.
So so then add +3 for yours. Alright. Clooney deals
Wait,
you.
he just did me
My
how much?
dexterity sucks.
10 damage.
No,
Oh, I thought you said.
he dealed you 8.
Not far off.
Clooney is kind of just jumping around and just kind of like he looks very, very like feral, Like this is all he's been doing.
That's not fighting.
Cutting back to you for a second. The process is behind this. Your body is being completely transformed. Electrode shock in between your atoms and your cells, and you notice your hands are beginning to turn completely into slime. You then kind of emerge from the table, but something's different. Your hand kind of reforms itself. You have both your arms back. You kind of put your hair up, and you can like switch it into different hairstyles. It's like
Wait, so is he like a cyborg now?
no, not
Like
really.
a slime cyborg?
So what happens is that you notice that Krogan is like smaller now. I gave you all that I had. You are now a slime hybrid.
Slime hybrid? So like,
So
half werewolf, half technomancer, half slime?
So
bro?
basically, what happened is that because of your situation, a lot of your DNA was like lost. So you lose your werewolf capabilities, but you gain the abilities of a slime. So technically, you're a slime, but you gain a bunch of new abilities.
Okay.
You gain the spell.
Upgrade.
So you gain the ability transformation,
Transformation.
which is kind of like shapeshifting. It is a level 5 spell.
I'm level 4 though.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So you so what ends up happening is that you can transform into any kind of you can transform into anything up to a CR20 monster or any type of creature that you see that is within your vicinity. You have to have seen it before.
I had to see before an SBS CR20 monster.
Which means it has to be of that level. So you can basically like mimic people's features, transform into them, shapeshift.
What does Alan Culture mean?
You get a buff to Acid Splash.
Ooh.
So Acid Splash gains a +2.
Yes. But I have acid arrow and acid drop.
Acid Arrow and Acid Drop.
Yeah.
Hold on for a second.
I have a splash on here.
Oh yeah. So on all acid-based attacks, you get a +2. Then
What is my acid drop again? Is that a...
hold on for a second. Acid Drop. Give me 1 minute.
So acid arrow is a 44, and it's an area attack as well.
So yeah. So basically, Acid Drop, as an action, you can splash the contents of this onto a creature within 5 feet of you. So it's a 2d6 acid damage attack.
Oh, okay.
And then finally,
+2 for all acid.
what did you say?
So it's a +2 for all acid based.
Yeah. Your Dex modifier goes up by 3.
Like the number or the
By proxy, the modifier goes up, so also your number does. So you are at. So what are you at right now? You're at 16.
16.
So that would become a 19, and then that's going to be a plus. Right now, this is +3. That becomes a +4. Or no, sorry, +5. +5. It's okay. So the Slime King then begins to hand you each, Krogan then begins to hand you a a device. He says, "Take this to the pad. It'll get you to your friends." He then kind of looks at you and says, "I wish I had more time. Damn, you were a hero to me. Now, quick, hurry before." And, like, you see, like, there are guards kind of, like, posted up and, like, break through the door and, like, "You!" And they kind of, like, try to run you down.
Jimmy, hold him off.
Roll for Jimmy.
Ah, fuck.
What'd you get?
1.
Bro, I don't think you've hit with Jimmy yet.
I mean, it was like the first at the start. Jimmy was
did
doing
okay.
damage. He was killing niggas in one hit. Okay.
Jimmy-
But right now, Jimmy's just he went dumb as hell after that.
Jimmy just ran into them, and they just, like, take their blades and just immediately just start beating the shit out of him until he falls apart and breaks.
No,
Jimmy's done.
Jimmy,
Jimmy!
you dumb fuck.
Do you run towards the portal?
Yeah.
So you run
I'm
towards
also
the
trying
portal.
to.
You run towards the portal pad. You kind of like you're smacking it. You're hitting it with the device, and you're like, "Come on, fucking work, fucking work." You guys notice that something's going on behind you.
What's going on behind us?
There's a lot going on right now.
You see, like, kind of Clooney's like flinging around and like throwing his chains. And
We're
shit
just kind of like
Yeah, we're just
scrambling, like.
You notice, you see a portal in the back,
Wait a sec.
which kind of asserts that theory that that Valander was telling the truth.
Oh yeah.
The portal is
Well,
there
they
in
did
the
say
Colosseum.
Oh yeah.
And so essentially, you see Valander. He's kind of just like looking upward and watching you guys. He's like in the stands.
Oh shit.
And then he kind of makes his way to the bleacher box where the King of Thieves is and where General Knox is.
I rolled first on initiative.
Yeah.
Would I be able to go now?
To go what?
To do an action?
Yes.
Or are you done explaining or no?
Yeah.
This is great.
They're fucking-
So you said the portal
promotions
behind us?
existed.
Yes, there's a portal behind you.
For my action, can I try to go help him through it? Because don't you need someone on the other side? To
Yes.
Yeah. I'll do that for my action. Should I roll for that?
Yep.
Okay. And that is a 18.
18. You immediately run over there and dodge Clooney. All of a sudden, you kind of like take your hand, press it on, you press it at the same time, and the portal is open.
And then just pull him through.
Oh, of course. Sorry.
I just pulled this guy through and just.
And you notice
What up, y'all?
the biggest difference among this is that you see your friend. He looks taller. He looks cleaner.
I say,
He's
damn,
tall
Blackbane.
and cleaner.
Did you start eating jelly?
Damn, Blackbane looking swole as hell.
I got both my arms back, y'all.
Clooney then kind of throw a chain at you, but you catch it using your slime arm. It like extends outward, and everyone is very much surprised.
Clooney, you're supposed to be dead.
Not dead yet. And he kind of takes the chain and pulls it back. Next up on the initiative roll.
Did we roll?
Oh, I don't think we did.
We
No,
rolled
we
because I
rolled.
got first.
Yeah.
I think I got second.
Mine counted as last because I didn't.
Oh, I got a 9.
You got a 9. I'll be 2 reroll.
I forgot that I.
10.
18.
18. You're up next. You're up.
Me?
Yep.
First, I'm summoning another golem. This one will be a slime-based golem. That's, it's kind of real.
All right.
Everything.
That takes up 1 turn. Roll for summoning.
16.
16. So yeah, successfully summoned. It takes up 1 turn. Next up on the initiative roll, you get
So all I got is a knife and my knee cannon, right?
Yep.
Oh wait, I whistle the tune.
Should I whistle the tune?
Yeah.
So you're like whistling the tune, like kind of, like Clooney's like shaking his head like.
So like, if I did it long enough, would it like revert him back?
You don't know that.
So I'm gonna try to keep doing it. So if y'all could like,
Can you
Cover me?
retroactively teach us the tune?
Listen, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if you like listen to it, you
He
can
looks
probably learn
very
it.
agitated now.
If y'all like it's just fuck it.
There is no way that thing is Edward. So no amount of trying.
Make a dex save.
What? All of us or?
Only Manny.
Okay.
No, it's right here, though. You got it.
Oh no.
Let me see.
Is 18.
18.
You get charged into the wall.
Fuck!
You're kind of like.
Yo, get fucking help me out! Fuck you!
You get smacked into the wall. You're like, Chester!
Shit!
Clooney's like beating the shit out of you, like.
Shit! Help me!
Take
Fucking hell, I'm dead.
6 damage.
Oh, that's not as awful as it could have been.
He then kind of leaps back into the center. Next up on the initiative roll.
Y'all, if y'all kept like doing
What
it,
did you roll?
I rolled an 18, my G.
So who was after that?
I rolled a
I rolled
9.
a 17
It
for
was
dex
17
save.
for the initiative.
Yeah.
So I got a
Should've-
10.
So it should be you.
Okay.
Turn him back.
Listen, there's no turning this thing back. That is not Edward. I knew Edward, and there's no way that beast shit.
You mean little man?
What?
Little man!
No. No! I take a shoot at the schnoz of the beastie.
Alright.
13.
13?
Yeah.
13 does
your
not
character
hit.
for sure. 13. Fuck. Alright. Let's choose.
Bounces off his nose. He's kind of just like, you're weak just like him.
You are not Edward!
Looks can be deceiving. And he kind of runs in and he kind of like jukes you out and then kind of jumps around the cage a bit more. Next up on the initiative.
Alright, so I use Wave the Open Hand on him. And we got an 11.
11? So, 11 does not hit. You're trying to like catch up to him, but he's like way too fast. He's like flinging around. You guys kind of notice out of the corner of your eye, something's going down. Valander is making his way closer to the King of Thieves and to General Knox. General Knox and the King of Thieves welcome Valander into their box. Valander shakes the King of Thieves' hand.
Do I see this?
Everybody, like, you guys can see this. Like, you guys are like still ducking and diving, but you like see that this is going on. And Valander takes out a knife and fucking slits the throat of the King of Thieves
Oh shit! I fucking.
and fucking kicks General Knox into the pit.
Oh. It's conflicted feelings.
I'm like,
The
whoa.
crowd goes silent.
We're just like,
General Knox.
What just happened, General Knox? Does he know something?
he was a bad dude.
He's a bad guy. Bad dude.
Erebos.
What about the King of Thieves?
King of Thieves?
Well, he's dead now.
He's dead now.
Well, I mean, like what?
Well, he was
As far as you're
affiliated.
concerned, You're exonerated.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hey, tight! Ah, sweet.
So then all of a sudden, you guys kind of look around. You're like everybody's kind of like staring, and they're like, ah! Like a bunch of people just like run into the pit. Every single person.
Oh
And
shit!
it's like that end scene from like episode 2 Star
Like it-
Wars.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Right.
Clone
It's
Wars.
Attack of the Clones.
And you guys just like fucking start killing everything in sight.
Like right
So here's the way.
It's like-
So here's the way that I'm gonna do
Close
this. I'm doing. It's gonna be war.
Oh, yes.
Quick rolls. Give me those d20s.
Alright.
5. No.
19.
19.
16.
16. 8. 5.
19.
2.
No, 16.
2 and 5. You two are kind of just like Anybody below a 7, you take.
I roll for Jimmy as well. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
no,
roll for
not
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Or yeah,
Slim.
Slim. Roll for Slim.
7.
He just beats it. So I mean, like, yeah. Slim takes out one guy for like one hit. But each of you two, you take 3 damage.
Who?
Noah and
Wait,
What's
sorry.
that?
So that's turning into a slide. Does my health, like my max health go up or down, anything like that?
oh yeah, forgot to mention that. Yeah, your health is gonna change after this though.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are kind of just like like fighting down other. Wave 2, a bunch of men kind of just come at you. You see General Knox fighting Valander in the pit, like with swords and shit. And Clooney is still above all of you guys, like throwing dudes out the way, and like he picks up a dude, and then oh god, he like bites his head off.
Oh, fuck.
I saw it come.
You fucking just and like throws him and like yeets away. Everybody roll d20.
10.
2 again.
10.
20.
17.
5.
17?
2 and 5.
Alright, so here's what happens. Basically, you take out the lead cannon and you kind of just get ready and you just fire away.
Hell yeah.
Knocking down like a row of people with
With
holes in their
with one.
chests and shit. And they all
Fucking
fall over
right,
dead. And then anybody who got lower than a 5, take 1 damage.
Well,
I had 17, so I was with the sword just.
Yeah.
that makes it right.
I'm hitting the composer. I'm just sending the sword back and forth. I'm just like.
So then next up, they're like you're like at the final wave of it. You guys kind of notice that like these like guards have like jumped down, and these like some big dudes. They all have like protective armor, and they're wearing purist garb, and they're kind of charging in. Valander is still fighting. It's still fighting General Knox. General Knox runs in between you and then begins engaging you.
Who?
General Knox.
The bald guy.
The purist.
Who is he engaging with?
You guys.
Just all of us in
Yes,
general?
all of you in general.
So how many guys in total are we fighting?
So here's the way it's gonna work.
Do you have any?
So all of you
Where's
guys,
Batman at?
you guys are all like back to back.
Slam.
And then,
Slam.
and so then we've got. Get all those guys there. Now, on your effectiveness of this next roll, will tell how many of them you kill, and if you make it out alive. Now, all bets are on, gentlemen. Give me those d20s.
D20s. Alright, with that one, 18. We got a 15.
15, 12,
That's like
14.
14.
It's like, yeah, 32 bro. Hold on. 12.
So,
I don't want to use this one.
anyone below a 10. Anyone below a 10.
I made it.
You're going to be taken.
Roll 3.
7 damage.
Damn. I'm down to 10. I'm down to 10. Jimmy's down to 3. Wait,
Your guys' effectiveness.
does Jimmy's max HP, like start out HP go, or my Golem's HP go up since I'm at a higher level?
Yeah, his HP does go up. So,
Big girl.
what's the other?
He's at 10.
The 10? Yeah, it goes to 15.
15, 6, 7, 8.
All that remains around you guys, you guys kind of notice General Knox is like kind of surrounding you guys. It's you, General Knox, 2 guards, Valander, and Clooney standing above the cage. And Clooney then jumps down and starts slamming the ground.
Like DK. Just.
all of a sudden, Valander takes out like a flaming orb, and General Knox hit the deck, and all of a sudden throws what looks to be a ball of alchemist fire on the ground.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Everybody make a dex save. Ooh.
8, 9.
18.
9.
18.
15.
So what ends up happening?
Are you dead?
I might be dead.
Hold on.
Hold on. Where's that? Where did I put my d20? I think I just.
Jimmy got a 7.
Oh, there it is.
Slim got a 7.
Slim got a 7. Slim is fucking gone.
Last one.
So then.
Yeah, fuck, guys. This might be it for me.
12 damage.
Oh, I got 2 motherfucking health.
Oh.
What was this? What killed Slim?
So close.
So he was kind of like right next to
Oh, wait,
it.
I have a health potion.
You guys kind of notice the ground from beneath you gives way, and it's no longer sand and dirt. You're like on a pile of gold.
The treasure!
General Knox looks around and Valander starts kind of laughing hysterically, and he like slides down it. Valander then kind of takes his sword and slices his head off.
What is the head off?
He slices General Knox's head off.
Oh. Damn.
It kind of takes it, throws it in the pile of gold.
So now all that's left is Valander and Clooney?
All that's left is Valander and Clooney and you guys.
Alright. So what's
He kind of looks at Clooney. Hey, you beastie! And it's like, it's like comes like, bitch. And all of a sudden, you guys kind of see this big creature lumbering at you. Roll everyone d20s.
9. 20.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
15.
9. 14.
10.
10. You kind of get battered away. But you, and using your new kind of magical abilities, you kind of manage to hold them back. What ability would you like to use?
Use one of your +2 acid ones.
Yes, I was about to do. I used my acid arrow to 44.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yeah.
4. 6. 10. And 14 plus 2.
16. So you basically just shoot him with a spray of acid. Clooney then jumps back and he's kind of rips all the acid. Like,
Back the fuck up.
like his skin is like peeling, but it's growing back because he's just like voracious in his cells. Like
fucking
Clooney. Clooney then is like leaping at, is like about to like leap at one of you. It's his turn. Go. Clooney takes a dive. He like jumps at you. He's like,
No.
and he like shoot him enough in the head so many times, like falls on the ground. And he's like knocked prone.
No, the attack over opportunity.
You have an attack of opportunity.
Attack or
If I drink a health
we
potion
try to
quick,
turn
will
him
that
back
like
again?
be
I'll
my
whistle
thing?
at him or something.
Yeah, can we all whistle?
Like, can we all try to hold him down and try to remind him of the good old days?
You could try that.
Is there like any?
Can I use mage?
Would it
hand
just
to keep in
irritate him?
place?
You would assume that the whistling was irritating him before. There's something.
Like, did it do anything though?
It wasn't doing anything, but it was annoying him. There might be another way that you might be able to turn him back to normal.
Knock him out.
Listen to me. How short are you? That is Edward.
Like
This is
100%.
Edward.
100%
That's
sure.
Edward. Edward.
We traveled with him.
To buy me time, I run up, I jump on top of the sleeping Clooney's head, and I drive my knife in, and I yell, Cobra! Now! Quickly!
Can we all
what's
attack
going
him?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all just.
Can I drink a health potion quick and not have it be interfering or? No?
That's like a retroactive thing.
Oh, okay. So I either drink the potion or I attack.
Are we bringing him back or are we attacking him?
So yeah, you
I
guys.
think we can turn him back somehow.
Yeah.
If you want to attack him,
But Noah's got something cooking right now. Hold up.
I was thinking like attack.
You have to
us,
buy him
knock
time.
out, attack him.
Can I use?
So, like,
Can I
just,
use
like,
wave the
shoot
open
him
hand
in,
on
like,
him?
the foot or something.
It depends.
it's-
I don't know where Koba is, so it depends on when Koba gets to us.
So what do you want me? How do you want me to help you out?
Just pacify him for as long as you can.
Yeah,
We
so,
need
like,
to get
shoot
Koba.
him.
yeah, do
Shoot
some-
All right. Whose
All right.
turn is it?
Can I light cannon?
it's an attack of opportunity. Everybody.
Oh, okay.
Can I light cannon him?
Just.
Yep.
I'll try to. I'll use
Alright,
17.
17 hits.
14.
14 hits.
I'm gonna use
Unholy-
chill touch,
Chill touch. All right.
and I'm gonna also use unholy strike with that to get the +2.
All right.
Where's that? The 8.
The 8. It's right here.
There it is.
8.
8 +2 is 10.
So everybody else roll for damage.
Alright. If I'm doing wave the open hand, does that.
No, you don't.
Okay.
It's a damage there.
Wait, I do have to roll still?
What are you saying?
I still have to roll for damage for.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
5 and
3?
3. So then 18. So you each deal for 18 damage.
Ooh.
Wait, did you roll?
And I did 10 damage.
Oh yeah.
Guess I'll do shots and drafts.
Oh yeah. Roll for damage. 23.
6.
Yeah. So altogether, you all did 26. So then 24. Each of you kind of just smacking him and crocking him, and he's just like kind of like whipping around.
We're just getting them down.
It's kind of like the scene from. It's kind of the scene from The Avengers. He's just kind of being held down and like. I'm just like kind of beating him. Like he's got like welts and bruises and shit on him.
This house is where you live. If you truly are the boy I rescued from that institution, prove to me now.
Koba, you kind of see little chip boy kind of climbing up to the top of the banister. He's like, yeah, Clooney's kind of bucking.
Hold on.
Monkey, let's
Koba, now.
Koba then takes
What's going on?
a box of some sort, chucks it down.
Clooney, whatever your fucking name is, I hereby banish you and ask once more for my boy, Edward!
Like all of a sudden, like something's happening.
Oh, yes.
Clooney's eyes get really wide.
No! There's a reason the whistling didn't work. This is for box! Oh! That wasn't the original song.
He's like, you see like he's like tussling on the ground, dragging himself from side to side.
He's just crying to this.
A single tear sheds.
I really love a character. Pass on.
Alan Quartermain kind of stands over.
How did you?
Where's your boy?
I remember now. I gave you the box that day that I
couldn't believe it was you for the longest time.
Irene and I made that music box.
This is group realignment hug.
We built it
Let's
together
go.
in woodshop.
Roll for the hug.
You gotta
Mr. Quarterman!
Mr. Edward. You guys kind of like all embrace. I mean, you see Valander, he's just like chilling in the gold. All of a sudden,
we forgot that he's still alive.
he doesn't really. I don't really care about nothing really. I just wanted this gold.
Nah, you've been a dick. I think we have to kill you. On me.
I don't even know you, man.
It's up to you.
I know what's going on. I just came from
I like split the gold in half, or I shoot with my fucking legs.
You guys hear a boom noise.
Boom.
What was that?
You see like a purple beam of light coming from the west.
What's going on?
Oh no. It can't be. It can't be. It can't. And then Valander kind of looks over and he says, "The portal's been broken." You guys see like a large figure appear out of the sky. What looks to be a large skeleton. And it kind of raises its arms. The sky is now completely pitch black. And you kind of hear it cackling.
Skeleton.
You hear Erebos being chanted. In everyone's ears, you guys hear it's like a buzzing noise.
What's happening? Where are we?
You get it? Don't! He's free!
Who's free?
What?
The wizards couldn't hold their shield!
The undead motherfuckers.
Fuck. Erebos.
He then holds his hand up to the sky, reaching for the moon, and vanishes.
Who did?
Erebos.
End session.
Oh. So he came out the cut and then disappeared?
So, from what you guys remember from before, beginning of last session, this session, Erebos had basically, remember when you guys were like in Laguna Beach, there was a hole that was carved in the ground because of the cultists there?
Mm-hmm.
It was a portal to the realm of the dead. And essentially Erebos was using that as a means to try and get into the living world. But the problem was that it was being shielded by Saragrim and his wizards. But the seal broke. And now he roams the world freely with his horde.
How tall is he?
Like, he was like thousands upon thousands of feet tall. And then he just...
He's like, if you ever seen This Is the End, he's that huge fucking flaming devil with a huge ass dick. And
Basically a Titan.
Huh?
Basically a Titan.
Yeah, pretty much.
A huge ass dick.
So yes.
Fuck.
To be continued.
Oh shit, good job, dude.
I'm sorry I kept you until like fucking 2 in the morning.
Let's get out of here.